mi wẹ́ ọ̀làjújó. Ẹ àsán márìn gbọ̀wé lẹ̀ fún wa rere wùrẹ́. Olóòtú tó yóò túnú gbé ìwéwé o. Àwọn abẹ́mi lẹ́yẹ o, mo kàgẹ́ bó bẹ́yẹ pa mi o. Àjàbẹ́mi ìdúnwé gbégbà rẹ̀ yé. Àrẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀nà tí mo jàgbẹ́gbà ṣogun méjì àgbẹ̀mú. Àgbọ̀rún tó ọ̀nà tí mo bá jàgbìn.
Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. William Shakespeare, in his masterpiece Twelfth Night, highlighted the underpinnings of greatness when he stated, "Some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them." The life and times of Chief Agnes Onesanden, Enonuwewu Soki, more popularly called Ugbogbo-Ebebe, typifies and epitomizes how she, through an admixture of her innate heavenly talent, diligence and consistency, as well as taking full advantages of opportunities, achieved greatness in a life sojourn and entrenched herself as a truly great woman and an Itsekiri patriot, the jewel of Itsekiri folklore. Born on the 25th day of January 1930 at Opuama to the family of Solomon Soki of Ajakurama and Enonuwewu of Obonterareda, both of Warri North Local Government Area of Delta State, Nigeria. Not long after her birth, she lost her father. The responsibility of her upbringing fell squarely on her mother, Madam Yomiri Enonuwewu Dudu. The responsibility that was complemented by her grandmother, Ekpedure Enonuwewu Dudu, ne Numa, and her uncle, Pa C.E. Dudu, who until his death in 2014 was the patriarch of the Dudu family. Late Chief Ebebe got married in 1951 to Mr. Moses Chomini. Their union was blessed with 3 lovely children, Omawumi, Ogbareno, and Bose. Unfortunately, all her children predeceased her as they died at various times during her lifetime. She, however, continued to show immense love for her grandchildren, family, relatives, and friends, emphasizing her love for her children, grandchildren, family, and people around her. One of her grandchildren, Amaju Tinya Ojo Sage, gave a vivid but succinct description of this Itsekiri legend.
I grew up knowing Mama as a generous person, a kind-hearted soul, a lover of people. She had this endearing nature. Mama was pleasant to be with. She could go out of her way to make sure people are very comfortable. She was very, very accommodating too. How could I even forget? Mama was prayerful, very prayerful. She was an instiller of good principles.
Another remarkable attribute of Ebebe was the depth of her submissiveness as a wife, not just to her husband, but to all members of his family. She was known to refer to her husband's relatives as olujimi, which means my lord. This respect she extended even to her husband's relatives, who were far younger than her in age. Sir Eget Omonukari summed up this attribute.
Usually she will address me, Oluwami, which means my lord. And why did she do that? She usually do that because I am the grandnephew of her husband. And any member of that family, of the Chomini family, that she sees, male or female, she usually addressed them as my lord, Oluwami. Very dutiful wife and very hardworking, very friendly and very warming in dealing with everybody, especially members of the Chomini family.
The maxim that a person's talent opens doors and brings that person before nobles and diplomats was remarkably evident in the life of Ebebe. She was an iconic singer with unbelievable mastery of the art. Her voice was not just melodious, it was angelic. Her mien was not only captivating, but enchanting. She deployed her sonorous songs rendition with such expertise that it was often difficult to leave her presence in the course of her performance. She had the uncanny creativity of composing and rendering songs extempore with such mastery that she usually held her audience spellbound and craving for more. A typical situational singer.
Ìkànnì àkúbọ̀yè tí wọ́n gbá ọba wa rẹ̀ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ mímọ́ kẹlẹ̀ bóyè ìwé wa. Ọwọ́ òbí jí bàbá gbánúkọ́ wá pè nínú ilé. Dẹ̀nà wá bọ́ òun dùgẹ́ ìgbìrò wọn. Owó òbí jí bàbá gbánúkọ́ wá sí ìwé rẹ̀. Dẹ̀nà wá bọ́ òun dùgẹ́ ìgbìrò òun. Ore yo wọ́n sí ló sàn wéré. Ológun náà mọ́ bí a ajá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní méjì olùgé ìwé rẹ̀ o. Ìmọ̀ kájẹ́ ìgbé o tó yàn dídá. Ọmọ nínú ọgbà àgbòkú ẹ̀wọ̀n àyà bẹ́bí. Àwọn ọmọ nínú ẹgbà bí ẹ̀yẹ o. Ìrọ̀wọ́ kájọ ìṣe mo bẹ̀ mẹ́mi. Aráàlú yẹ ṣe jẹ́ mo bẹ̀ odò. Egungun ọlọ́wọ́ kan wọ́n bí àná o. Kúmọ́lẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ kan wọ́n bẹ̀ omemi. Eré wọ́n ọkọ̀ mi máa jú mi ṣe o. Ará amúṣe ọkọ̀ mi ọ̀ máa jù mí ṣe. Ọmọ panaga yẹ́rẹ́ ọkùnrin èèyàn kéka náà túná. Ọ̀rọ̀ gbìjà tó ń wá rí wọn.
According to Chief Brown Mene, the Ogulusan of Warri Kingdom described her artistry attributes as a teaching mechanism for upcoming generations.
She had contributed immensely and left a lot that could still be used to teach people, especially successive generations, because she was very highly talented in her chosen field of music. She could compose, and her songs were very incisive commentary on whatever she chose to focus on, whether on the ills of the nation or the things we ought to do to solve them, or to eulogize whoever she thought had done well. Most of the time, she composed these songs and related them. So she was really highly talented. And what she had produced can still be used to teach many people.
As for Chief Mrs. Rita Lori Ugbogbo, the Igba of Warri Kingdom, that late Chief Ugbogbo-Ebebe was a legendary icon who told the story of our kingdom the story of the times and warnings. Her songs gave us joy, peace, and happiness. Her legacy, her songs are going to live with us forever. In the same breath, Chief Mrs. Patricia Otuedo Arawore, the Ashajolu of Warri Kingdom, concurred with Chief Rita Ugbogbo.
We all must remember that she gave us her best. With her angelic voice, she serenaded us. She sang our stories. She told our folklores. She remembered things past and brought it to date. She gave us hope with her songs, and sometimes she told us about the ills in the society and went further to prefer solutions. What a diva. She was beautiful, elegant, fine in every respect.
Ebebe was a notable arts ambassador of the Itsekiri's ethnic nationality, the Niger Delta region, and Nigeria as a whole. She deployed her heavenly inbuilt talent to thrill both national and international audiences. Her unique talent, coupled with the complementary competence of members of the Iwere Ladies Group, elevated the Itsekiri cultural heritage to enviable national and international heights. Ebebe was one of the lead vocalists of the Iwere dance group that represented Nigeria at the Canadian International Exhibition 1967, otherwise called Expo 67. Also, the Itsekiri Cultural Group was one of the 3 troops that represented Nigeria at the event. The others are the Tiv Dancers and Ogunde Theatre Group. The Iwere Dance Group, with Ebebe as an integral part, equally performed at the prestigious Apollo Theatre in New York, as well as putting in performance in London. Chief Mrs. Patricia Otuedo Arawore, the Ashajolu of Warri Kingdom, and Rolly Maku, lead welfare of Itsekiris in the UK, sum up the international pride brought by Ebebe to Itsekiri's worldwide thirst.
She represented us at international forums. For that, we must remember her. And we will continue to thank her for the pride and joy she brought to Iwere land.
You touched so many lives in Nigeria and in the world at large. You are a significant order to so many of us.
In recognition of her contribution to Itsekiri socio-cultural development through her songs, His Majesty Ogiame Erejuwa II, on the 15th day of January 1983, conferred on her the chieftaincy title of the Olujimi of Warri Kingdom. This chieftaincy installation was very precious and dear to the heart of Ebebe, who in her lifetime had the rare privilege of serving as a chief under 4 Olus of Warri Kingdom.
Enonuwewu to tabaju. Ogameka gigegin ayenu e to se tene se gbehun nira to bo ogun tene te jagbehun. O ma wa le gba mu chenu iro mara le gba mu chenu atene inu re ni ko ene ka tu gbeta. Tere on gbagin den wa gboyi. Chief officer dudu ohun game ne gbe mi aka be mi usoro ogba iko meta memi mi ka ma ni je mo kaka sa mo ga bi o chief dudu o ma ton bi ku baba gbo eri mi kula ya ma se wo o ka bi de ma de o ga ye ti mo se gbi Itsekiri o wa fe san gbe mi
Ogitera de mat koko. Olaji ka fún aṣojú rere gbàgbà pọ̀. Ogide ni a gbòòyì. Màá gbé máa gbà bàbá àìpé. Mo kàdà àrùn jùbọ̀ mo kà bí rámi dédé rẹ̀. Rámi dédé kà mẹ́dọ̀gbẹ́. Gide mi forí jẹ́. Òun ṣe tí bàbá gbà mú yìí gbà mú gbẹ́lẹ̀.
Another glorious trait of this music maestro was her commitment towards the development of her maternal community, Obontegareda, which played a pivotal role in her upbringing.
We were all at Obontegareda to welcome the Olu. When the Olu arrived, we read a welcome address. We presented him with a welcome address. In it, we mentioned the creek leading to our village. And when the Olu said he has seen the creek, it was very, very narrow. But Ugbogbo-Ebebe insisted and pleaded with the Olu that he should trek down to the mainstream and see things for himself, not just from the air, because the Olu came with a helicopter to the village. The Olu obliged and trekked with all of us. We all trekked to the stream to see how shallow that place really was, and the Olu was satisfied that he saw this thing himself physically. Eventually, the creek was dredged. There are many things Ugbogbo-Ebebe did. For instance, it was that group that brought electricity to the town. Ugbogbo-Ebebe was in the forefront. This group bought the poles, transported the poles to Koko, from Koko to Obontegareda in Warri North, and got an electrician to wire the whole town.
Ugbogbo-Ebebe, the iconic minstrel of exceptional dimension, whose prolific rendition with soft, silky but shrill voice is remarkably compelling, has records that are yet to be waxed.
There are 1, 2, or 3 I am yet to release to the public as I'm speaking.
You mean you say how those tapes with you?
Very well.
Those recordings with you?
Yeah, those tape, the reel tape. You know, that's what we use in the past. The reel is there. You have it. Abidi and Alala Ugbogbo-Ebebe.
So where have they not been produced as music since then?
Yeah, actually it's been produced as a music, but I've not released it. Finance. And I think that is the major problem.
Arankboshu. Yours was truly an impactful and legendary life. You came loaded with heavenly grace. You deployed your heavenly gifts to engender hope and joy. You left dotting the Warri Kingdom and indeed Nigeria with worthy footprints. Your life typified and epitomized the truism that great achievers through their works are immortal in mortality.
Hey, iyo awara ni kuda wa oje fefe ajana na baje dede wa na oje fefe iwe awara ni kuda wa oje fefe ajana na baje dede wa na oje fefe awara ni kuda wa oje fefe